This summer, I finally got a job as a theater professional being a spotlight operator for a production of a chorus line. Now, thank you, I know it's very hard to do that. To get this job, all we need to go through is 4 years of college classes and studying theater and wasting a lot of my parents' money on a theater degree. But after all of this hard work, I've done it. I've got employed to be a spotlight operator, and the perks were I got to sleep in the same dorm as I did freshman year at my university. It was at my university. But there was only one problem, though. I had no idea how to use a spotlight. So they went, and they're like, okay, here you go. Okay, so what they said to me is that, for any of you who don't know what a spotlight is, it's this massive thing. It's like this massive, giant thing I have to move my entire body to move and to shine it onto some dancer who's doing some weird-ass dance up there. I don't know what they're doing. I can't dance. So just imagine for a second that you're up there dancing, ooh, doing your little dance thing, and some random dude shines a light right into your eye, and you're not expecting it. You're going to go blind. You're going to be like, what's going on? I don't know what's happening. So I had to be very focused. I had to make sure that I hit every cue, that I did everything right, because I did not want to mess up the show. I did not want to cause an injury, because there are stories where that has happened. Luckily, this is not one of those stories. Woohoo. But then after I started really paying attention to all my cues, everything was going well. Really well. I somehow survived tech. For those of you who know theater, that's an accomplishment of itself, especially when it's like a professional tech. Ooh, they were 12-hour days every day. I don't know how I did it. A lot of caffeine. I love caffeine now. But then everything was fine until the final performance. And everything was great. I was doing up there, going up, shining my massive light onto these really attractive actors. Everything was going good. Until I got because we all have headsets, because, again, we're cool theater people. We have headsets on, we're all talking to each other. And the stage manager was like, hey, spotlights, have you guys noticed anything weird? Is there any weird smell coming up there? And of course, I'm in the zone. I notice nothing. But then, a couple minutes later, you see this very voluptuous house manager comes up and says, RJ, don't panic, but your spotlight is on fire. How can I not panic? There's literally a law that says you cannot say fire in a crowded theater because people will start panicking. I am panicking. I'm freaking out, but I don't see a fire. I turn around. There it is. The cord is on fire. It's blowing up. It's firing. He's like, don't panic. Just hit your cues. How am I supposed to hit my cues? But now here comes the most difficult part. On the stage, there's one actor over there, one actor over there, one actor over there, and somehow I need to hit that actor and then go to the next actor in 5 seconds. So I was like, okay, RJ, you got this. You're a professional theater maker. You need to hit that person and then that person. And I focused, and I did it. And then later, somehow out of the mere power of everything, a man comes in, and he's like, oh yeah, we got the problem. Of course we have a problem. My spotlight's on fire. And he's like, don't worry about it. Just hit your cues. I will fix. I'm like, great. And then I just did it. I hit it. I really hit my cues. I really did everything. Then boom, my spotlight was unplugged. And this is the most difficult part. The guy who was in the Spielberg West Side Story is about to do his solo, and it was my spot supposed to be on him. I cannot piss off the one famous dude in this production. So I had to start yelling at another spot, hey, you need to go over there. You need to put your spotlight over there. And she thought I was crazy. Because oh, what is this guy doing? I'm like, no, my spotlight's broken. Having to scream through the mic, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. And eventually, she covered it. And then beside me were a bunch of tech theater people just fixing my light, and I'm over here calling it, and I'm freaking out, and somehow the show still went on without a problem. And then eventually, everything was solved, and everything was great. And my spot was back on, and nobody noticed. But the reason, though, you know what the funniest part about this story, though, is that after the show, I was told that a white lady, an old white lady, she was very old, like 80, was sitting under me, smelled the smoke, then went and reported it to the box office manager who was outside the theater, who then went to the house manager, who went to the stage manager, who then found out that my spotlight was on fire before I even noticed. So I would like to thank Karen out there. You really saved my life. Thank you.